I'm sharing my screen.
Good afternoon, everyone. Teaching is not just a transfer of knowledge, but the transmission of minds. With this thought, I warmly welcome you all to the Faculty Development Program on outcome-based education, teaching, and learning capacity building. Today is day 4 of this program, and this faculty development program is jointly organized by RBMI Group, Research Culture Society, and Asian Research Foundation. Today, I welcome the 4th day speaker, Dr. Preeti Srivastav, Associate Professor, Department of Education, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam University, Indore. If I'm talking about the qualification of Dr. Preeti, she is BCom in 1999, MCom, BH, BA, MEd, MA, Psychology, and PhD. Dr. Preeti Srivastav has 15 years of teaching experience at the college and university level and has been serving as an associate professor for past 8 years. She has taught at Christ University Bhopal, D.Y. Patil University Pune, and CBM University Gujarat. Currently, she is working at Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam University Indore, where she also serves as an in charge of guidance and counseling cell. She has published over 35 research papers, authored 5 books, and organized and conducted several seminars, FDPs, and conferences. At present, now in Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam University Indore, where she also served as an in charge of guidance and counseling cell, providing academic and personal guidance to students. She is frequently invited as a resource person and a speaker on educational topic, especially on educational psychology. Today, ma'am will share her views on personality development, stress management, emotional intelligence, stress management, creative thinking, society, media and culture, social, political aspects in life, ethics, and life lesson to be learned from the EPICS learning and teaching methods. I'm talking about the achievement of the Dr. Preeti, awarded Best Teacher Award in Indore on 28th February 2024 by SREE organization in Indore. Award for appreciation in Christ College national and international seminars, and 2 of which are adjust the past best in honor of her with a member of 2016. Award of recognition presented for paper in international conference, involvement as an organizing committee member in the IEC 2013 entitled Reform in Examination and Evaluation and its Impact on Quality Education, jointly organized by Faculty of Education, RBS College Agra and ISEE Chennai. I welcome you, ma'am, for today's session. You can start your session now. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Aparna ma'am. We all are teachers and we all are in the period of learning. Thank you so much for appreciating me. Thank you. Now I'm just sharing my screen. Kindly inform me. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chirag sir. You have given me this opportunity. Thank you. Now our topic is teachers' evolving roles in OBE. So teachers' evolving role in OBE, we all know that what is the meaning of teachers and what is the meaning of evolving. So that the first one, we know that the teachers are, what's the role of the teachers? Teachers are just teaching in a class. At the time of previous, or we see at the before 10 or 15 years back, we see that the all teachers are coming to the class, teaching in the classroom, just maintaining a discipline. This all are the work of the teachers. So now the work is little bit changed, not only the little bit, at different, so much changes in the teaching. So teachers are now the mentors, they are the facilitator, they are the guide who help students analyze and apply knowledge rather than just deliver it. Now we see that, and we heard that. In fact, the one of the great scientists, Pavlov, said that he, the if we want to learn something, so we should learn from the children, or the kids who are just below 4 or 5 years. They are always busy in their work. They are busy in the playing. They are busy in the something. They never sit alone. They always busy in the things, and this is the things that we learn from them. And nowadays what we want to take a rest. For everything we want to take a rest. Even the teachers want to take a rest, but for taking a rest it is not possible for the teachers, not possible for the parents. They have to work for the children, they have to work for the students, right? So the teacher has to change their lifestyle, that the sitting in a classroom, just giving a lecture in a classroom, it is not possible. That now the students, we can make a discipline in class like that. Only the lecture is not possible for that. So for that the teacher has to change their lecture method. उनको सब कुछ change करना पड़ेगा. So what type of changes is required for nowadays? Because the technology are using here. Here the AI is introduced. So many things are introduced in now the present days. The technologies and the digital pedagogies. Now the education is based on it. So after the COVID, before COVID, we see that in the classroom the teachers are coming and just taking the class. But after, when the COVID is going on, what happened? Ki all the classes is on the online mode. कि टीचर्स घर पर हैं और वो ऑनलाइन टीचिंग कर रहे हैं, बट स्कूल्स की हम एजुकेशन बंद नहीं कर सकते. सो दैट इज द रीजन. एंड आफ्टर द पोस्ट कोविड we see that everything is on the online mode. We are working in the online mode, we are teaching in the online mode. Even in the some office, in the multinational companies, they are working as the freelancing work. So these are what, these all are the examples of the this technology. Now that everyone can do their work in from the everywhere, right? I'm just belong to the Indore, my work is there, but now today I am here in the Kanyakumari, still I'm taking the this program. So this is what, this is the called the technology, that we are anywhere we can share our knowledge, right? Teachers must not stop the adapt to a technology. Some teachers are very much they feel that why we are using a technology, we don't want to use the technology. Some feel that this is our age and why we are involving in it. The students are happy are teaching, so why we involving in that? And in that time, if the teachers feel like that, so some other replacement are coming. जो न्यू टीचर्स आते हैं उनको रखा जाएगा. अगर हम काफी जो टाइम से पढ़ा रहे हैं और वो उस चीज को अडॉप्ट नहीं करते हैं, तो डेफिनेटली कि न्यू टीचर्स आर कमिंग टू योर रिप्लेस, कि आपकी जगह में वो आ जाएंगे. So it is very much required that ensuring the students remain connectivity with the technologies, with the teachers. And for that, it is very much important the use of the classroom, smart classroom, blended learning, online platform, AI. So these are things which is very, very important for today's generation. Now, we can say that the teachers are the mentor and the counselor. Here, the teachers is not only doing the work of teaching. They are as a counselor. They are working as a counselor. They are doing a counseling to the students. Like we can say that so many students are coming in the classroom and they have a burden of things in their mind. Just before one month, I just took one counseling session in my college. On that time, I saw that the students are coming from the UG background and the PG background, but they all are in the different type of anxiety and the different type of stress. So it is not the responsibility of the counselor she come to the classroom and give the counseling to the student. Every teacher should know how to give counseling to the student. This is the call the mentor or the counselor. This is the responsibility of the teacher. This is the responsibility of all the teachers कि उसको पता होना चाहिए कि मेरे बच्चे को क्या प्रॉब्लम्स आ रही है, उसको मैं किस तरीके से सॉर्ट आउट कर सकती हूँ. हर बच्चा अपने अपने तकलीफों से घिरा रहता है. तो मैंने फाइंड आउट किया कि देखो बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं, दे फील वेरी मच anxiety, pressurized. They have some family problem. They have their personal problem. They have their they don't want to working on this particular subjects, but they have to enroll here because the pressure of the parents. तो ऐसे बच्चों को आपको समझाना है, तो उनको आप एक अलग से टीचर बुला के एज अ काउंसलर बुला के, it is not possible because the counselor is just coming only for the 1 or 2 days and he is not very much mingle with the student. So it is better that the teacher should know how do I give the counseling to the student, how do I relieve my student from the anxiety or the peer pressure. So this everything is very much required. Now the OBE tell us that it is very important. So don't see what was happening in the previous year, the previous stages, we can say the last before 20 or 25 years कि कैसे जो teaching चलता था वही हम आज चलाएं. No, it is not possible. So we have to work on it. So we have to work as a mentor as a counselor also. And teachers are increasingly expected to support students in the developing reliance, self-awareness, social emotional skills. So we have to know that what type of the emotion. Today we are talking about so many things. This OBE के through. तो हमें पता है कि स्टूडेंट का एक सोशो इकोनॉमिक इमोशनल then intelligence, these all are the quotient. They have to make a balance on it कि एक emotional balance कैसा है, psychology level कैसी है, उसकी skills कैसी है, that they have to know. And for that it is very much required the teacher or the parents, they have to inform to the students कि ऐसा होना चाहिए. And the rapid, we can say that rapid modernization, the social media is also very much influenced in it. They are social media students आज हम देखते हैं कि maximum time they are busy in the social media and they are learning everything from the social media, है ना. तो what is the requirement of the teacher, because everything is available in the internet and they are learning from it. So why it is important for the teachers that they are teaching to the students? It is not very much important, we can say, but now here the teacher has to replace these things also. Means they have to know about the media, social media, and she work on that, right? तो स्टूडेंट्स के वैल्यूज को भी हमको लेके चलना है, सोशल मीडिया के थ्रू से बताना है कि आप सोशल मीडिया से अटैच हो, आपको पता है, लेकिन यहाँ पे हम भी आपको बता सकते हैं कि हाउ कुड यू वर्क ऑन योर रीशेपिंग योर वैल्यूज विद द हेल्प ऑफ द सोशल मीडिया और विद द हेल्प ऑफ द एआई. इसके थ्रू हम टेक्नोलॉजी के थ्रू हम बच्चों को बता सकते हैं. Then the spiritual values is also very much important. Gender sensitivity, then the democratic thinking. This all you should have to work on it. So concept of the teacher evolving role, we can say that she is not only the sole knowledge provider. Now that she is a mentor, designer of the learning experiences, research guide. So ये सारी चीजें she has to know that what is it, right? Now if we are coming to the next, now here I can say that teacher means what? That is the holistic development for the child. This is the role of the teacher. Now the teacher is holistic development, or we can say the guide, we can say the teacher, we can say the parent, trainer, focusing. These all, everything is required because we are focusing on the student, we are focusing on the social development of the child. This is the main role of the educator. Now a teacher is a facilitator. Again here, that the sage on the stage. अगर हम देखते हैं पहले जिसे बोला जाता है कि sage on the stage and the teacher is coming from that position to teacher act as a guide. पहले हम सिर्फ एक टीचर को हम स्टेज में पढ़ाता हुआ ही देखना चाहते थे, ऐसा ही सोचते थे. और इफ वी टॉकिंग अबाउट द एजुकेशन ऑफ द इंडिया, सो द प्रिमिटिव स्टेज जो गुरुकुल है, वहां पे टीचर्स को बहुत इंपॉर्टेंस दी जाती थी, बोला जाता था. बट नाउ द एवरीथिंग इज चेंज because of the technology, because after that the covid we see that the everything is going to be a change. जब हो रहा है चेंज तो टीचर को भी अपने आप में चेंज होना इज वेरी रिक्वायर्ड. So the thinking collaboration rather than the deliver information, so they create a supportive environment to the student. उसको आपको स्टूडेंट को देना पड़ेगा supportive environment. Now here is the researcher also. So researcher work is not only as a research ki do the research, जैसे we all did the PhD, some are the guide also. So we are working for the research topic, right? But in the schools or in the colleges, teacher has to also work as a researcher. So teacher can often act as a researcher to improve their practices. She always know what the new thing is happening, what the new technology, what the new method of teaching is coming in today's generation. So वैसा हमको एक पता होना चाहिए, उसके लिए हमको बार बार रिसर्च करते रहना चाहिए कि टीचर्स मतलब ये नहीं है जैसे हम पहले only we just read a book and everything, yeah, tomorrow we are going for the lecture and this is my preparation. No, today if you are going for a lecture, so you have to prepare everything. You making a lesson plan and your lesson plan is like that कि आप उन सबको पढ़ें, उसको बनाएं, proper activities, what the activities of the teachers, what the activities of the students. According to that, you have to make a proper plan, and in that way you can teach a lecture. So teacher as a researcher, she has to know how to solve the problem of the student. What the problem arises, what are the problems, what are the new methods, what are the new approaches, how can we fill the gap or the bridges gap to make up proper bridges for the educational theories. तो ये सब चीजें हमको पता होनी चाहिए. Next is the traditional and the modern technique teaching approaches. Old techniques, we always say that one way process. सिर्फ टीचर बोलता था, स्टूडेंट सुनते थे. नाउ हियर आल्सो आई कैन से दैट दिस इज द ट्रेडिशनल प्रोसेस बिकॉज यू आल्सो आर नॉट गिविंग एनी आंसर्स. एंड तो ये हमारा जो प्रोसेस चलेगा, तो अगर हम बोलते हैं आप अगर आंसर्स मुझे नहीं दे रहे हो, अगर नहीं बता रहे हैं एंड यू आर नॉट गिविंग एनी कन्वर्सेशन इन इट, लिसन राइट नाउ आई एम जस्ट नॉट आस्किंग एनी क्वेश्चन, तो अभी मैं बोल नहीं सकती, लेकिन मैं भी जब आपसे क्वेश्चन पूछूं तो यू शुड गिव मी द आंसर, अदरवाइज वी ऑल आर इन द ट्रेडिशनल बोर्ड. तो अगर हमें लगना चाहिए कि हम वी आर इन द मॉडर्न टीचिंग अप्रोचेस, so we have to discuss on it. So on that time only the one way process was going on. Teachers आते थे, lectures लेते थे, just and the last teachers ask some question, if the students give the answer, हाँ it's okay, no, so okay. Now the changes happening here. Now the school focus on the personalized learning. हर बच्चा अपने आप में डिफरेंट होता है. It is not depend on the student, not depend on the teachers. कि we think that the all students are equal. No, it is not possible. I'm just giving one example that we heard about that in the NEP 2020. So in the NEP 2020, the CBSE secretary, his name is Anurag Tripathi, and he said that the student or the mentor, she should know the role of the student, that how could they understand the teaching method and how could the teachers can put all the effort to understand the topic or to understand the concept of the new knowledge. उस टीचर को हर तरीके से एक बच्चे को आपको बताना ही है. We know all the students are different in their learning capacity, but teacher has to give knowledge according to the personalized method. हर बच्चा अपने आप में अलग अलग है, पर आपको पढ़ाने का तरीका ऐसा होना चाहिए कि all students will cover in your method. Some are good in the listening, some are good in the writing, some are good in the some other purpose. So आपको वो सबको लेकर ही 50 स्टूडेंट्स को लर्निंग कैपेसिटी डेवलप करनी है. तो दिस इज नॉट द वे कि हाँ 4 बच्चों ने समझ लिया, 4 ओके, इट्स ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम. नो, now here the role that every teacher should know what is the role of the teacher and how can we teach each and every child in a classroom that he or she can understand properly. So this is one is very important for the new method. Now the use of the technology in the education. Now the learning is growing, technology is making learning easier and the more fun. हम देखते हैं कि आज it is very easy, the student can enjoy the teaching. If we are going in a this CBSE schools, or the international school, there is a smart class there. So students are enjoying, they see everything on the smart classes, the pictures, the movies, है ना? तो उन्हें अच्छा लगता है. But same as it is, if you are find the classroom in the rural area or the remote area in the villages, what they are doing, the students are just learning with the classroom and the teachers. So they don't know the use of the smart board. So what the teachers can do, उनको किसी ना किसी तरीके से बच्चों को पढ़ाना आना चाहिए. तो दे आर ट्राइंग टू डू, आप उसको कोशिश करिए कि जो छोटी क्लासरूम है जहाँ पे remote area, the teachers are not using the technology, they are not able to use the technologies, and what they feel, the government teachers ki हाँ चलेगा, if we are not using, so it's okay. Now government is little bit strict कि भाई आप गवर्नमेंट में भी पढ़ा रहे हैं तो यू शुड यूज दीज थिंग्स. तो टीचर्स को वहां पे बच्चों को दे आर प्रोवाइडिंग द लैपटॉप. In here I can say that in the Tamil Nadu they are providing the laptop to the students also. So and in the Gujarat also they are giving so much facilities, right? So in the everywhere in Maharashtra also they are giving so much other facilities. So what is the role of the government here? This is a role that the remote area students also coming forward, they should know what is the role of the technology, how can they improve themselves, because if after the 12th class they move to the city for higher degree, right? And some are going to the abroad also. So they should know that what is the meaning of this technology, how to use the videos, what is the use of educational apps, why we are using the educational apps, online classroom का क्या मतलब है, offline classroom अगर हमें पढ़ाना पड़ रहा है तो हम कैसे बच्चों को फ्लेक्सिबल बनाएं उस टाइप में. तो वर्चुअल रियलिटी स्टिमुलेशन, मेकिंग द लर्निंग मोर इंटरेक्टिव. Another change is the practical knowledge. Instead you should give the reading about the science, student now do the experiment. And sometimes the teachers are if the teacher I just saw one video that teacher is teaching a maths in the remote area in the government school. So she is using a different type of technique ki 4 plus 4 is the, what is the 4 plus 4? So she students are giving the answer 8, and in that way they are singing a song like that, right? The student can learn everything, geometries, everything. They students can learn very easily, and in that way they are just taking a student as a cumulative learning हमें जैसे बोलते हैं, उसके थ्रू उन्होंने बच्चों को पढ़ाया. और all students are taking a enjoyment there कि भाई बहुत मजा आ रहा है. तो ये एक टेक्निक होती है. Now here I'm asking that if you when so many are teachers here, so what type of teaching method you are using in a classroom? Anyone want to give the answer here? What type of a teaching method you are using there? Yes? Anyone? कुछ आंसर बोलेंगे आप? No? आप लोग भी कुछ यूज करते होंगे. You are also using a different type of teaching method? Is it? So it's also a one-way traffic? Okay. Okay, some has given me the answer. PowerPoint, very good. Ankur, right? Very good, Ankur. You are using a PowerPoint. Nice. So these all are the things that we are using in a classroom, right? Other thing we can say that out-based learning जिसे हमने बोला है, that is a very पढ़ाया है आपने, वो आपको पता होना चाहिए, राइट? और जब आपको ये पता होगा तो आप बोल सकते हैं कि आपकी टीचिंग अच्छी है. दैट इज यू कैन फाइंड आउट दैट योर डिजायर रिजल्ट हैज बीन फुलफिल्ड, राइट? So everything is the education system around the essential for all the students to do successfully at the end of their learning experiences. This definition clearly point to the desired results of this education, which are the learning outcomes, right? जैसे हम देख रहे हैं कि आज हम जिस FDP में है, what is the role of this? Why this organization doing this thing? Because they want that the teacher has upgrade with the knowledge, right? इनके जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है वो हमको बताना चाहते हैं, हमको सिखाना चाहते हैं कि जो टीचर्स हैं हम लोग, हमारे अंदर कितनी और हम अपने आप में अपग्रेड कर सकते हैं. हम बहुत सारे अटेंड कर चुके हैं हम लोग भी यहाँ पे काफी. तो हम जितने चीजें सीखते जाते हैं, वी आर लर्निंग फ्रॉम द टीचिंग, राइट? तो हम एज अ टीचर है, बट वी आर अ लर्नर ऑल्सो. तो जब लर्नर है तो हमें हमेशा ही सीखते जाना है. तो जब हम सीखेंगे तो हम उसको और अच्छा अपने आप को इम्प्रूवमेंट कर सकते हैं. तो फर्स्ट वी मेक अ प्लान, what is our objectives, why we are teaching this, and in the last we can say that our desired goal has been fulfilled or not. अगर आपके desired goal fulfill नहीं हुए हैं, again you can make your objectives or improvement in your teaching, right? To define the clarity, further answer to the following question should be addressed by the teacher. This is the very important slide, that what to do. आपको क्या करना है? What to do? What to do if you are thinking that this is my topic. Now, what to do for this topic? That what is your objective, right? Here, what is your objective? And the next is why do we want student to learn this objective? What is the reason that why we learn this objective? हमें ये पढ़ना क्यों जरूरी है? ये मेरा ऑब्जेक्ट था, these are my objectives. लेकिन why I'm going to teach for this? Because student has want to know about this particular thing, right? Then how can we best help student to learn these things? How can we make this case with help student to learn these things? कैसे समझ सकते हैं कि उन्हें अच्छा समझ में आया? After that we can give some type of feedback that the student can learn or not, right? How will you know when the students have learned? हमें कैसे पता चलेगा? When we got the feedback, and after the feedback we can find out that the students learn or not. So this is the basic thing that we can find out with this. Now here we can say, I had already told you that the definition which is given by this Paddy. Hello?
Yes, please continue.
Yes, sir. I think I couldn't visible, sir. Is it?
You are visible.
Okay, sir. Okay. So it's Paddy premises that the outcome. What is the outcome-based education? He again defined this, that all students can learn the succeed, but not at the same time. जैसे आपको मैंने पहले बताया कि सभी स्टूडेंट में लर्निंग कैपेसिटी होती है, but at the same time or in the same way all student can learn. So how could, ये जरूरी नहीं है, it is not possible that at the same time, if we get the time period of the 40 minutes in the classroom and teachers are taking one topic, so it is not possible within the 40 minutes that every student can learn everything. So what we can do, this is our objective कि 40 मिनट के अंदर मेरे बच्चे को समझ में आना चाहिए. अब मेरे बच्चे में सिर्फ 4 बच्चे नहीं है, आपकी जो 30 स्टूडेंट्स बैठे हैं, 50 स्टूडेंट्स बैठे हैं, everyone should know the role of teacher. Everyone should know why the teacher are teaching this particular topic in this classroom, right? So successfully learning promote even more successful learning. जब तक आपको ये बहुत ही अच्छा पॉइंट देखेंगे, सक्सेसफुल लर्निंग प्रमोट इवन मोर सक्सेसफुल लर्निंग. अगर आप बहुत अच्छा पढ़ाते हैं, आपको लगता है कि आप अच्छा लर्निंग कर पा रहे हैं, इट ऑलवेज गिव इन द, आप जब इसमें सोचेंगे कि मैं बहुत अच्छे लर्निंग दे सकती हूँ, पढ़ा सकती हूँ, तो ये आपको और सीखने पे मजबूर करेगा. यू आर टीचिंग, यू आर ऑल्सो लर्निंग समथिंग. In that way, this is also, we can say, you are learning more and more, right? तो जब हम explain करते हैं, जब हम समझाते हैं बच्चों को, आप और अच्छी नई चीजों को समझते हैं. In that way, you are giving a teaching in a classroom. So you are learning, teaching, both are in the parallel way. It's going on. So in that way, you are also learning something extra. School and the teachers control the condition that will determine if the student are successful in the school learning. तो आपको पता होना चाहिए कि if every student should be successful in my teaching or his learning, सभी स्टूडेंट्स को मेरी चीजों को समझ आना चाहिए. 4 essential principles of OBE, we can say: the clarity of focus, designing backwards, high expectation and expanded opportunities. तो ये सारी चीजों का होना बहुत जरूरी है. Now we can say here that clearly a clear focus on what the teachers want student to learn in the primary principle in OBE. Teachers should bear in the mind that outcome of the teaching in learning is learning. तो यहाँ पे आपको मालूम होना चाहिए कि आपकी जो टीचिंग है वो कैसी हो. यहाँ पे मैं आपको बताऊंगी कि देयर इज अ वन एग्जांपल दैट आप वी कैन से दैट John Gould, he is also a one of the person. He is in the he was in US, and at the age of 10 years, he made a object. Means उनका एक ही फोकस था. So he wrote in a copy that I fulfill my 60 objects in my life. ये उन्होंने पहले ही प्लानिंग कर दिया. एक ही फोकस था कि I will be on the top. So at the age of, you can also find out in the Google कि इन्होंने बचपन में when he was 10 year old उन्होंने अपने को फोकस बना कर लिया था, क्लैरिटी फोकस, कि मेरे पास 60 ऑब्जेक्ट्स मेरी लाइफ में फुलफिल होने चाहिए. मतलब 60 गोल उन्होंने अपनी एक कॉपी में लिख कर रख लिए, राइट, जॉन गोवर्ड ने. एंड ही डूइंग एवरीथिंग, he apply for means 60 object, so he trying to achieve one object in 2 or 3 years. So when he was 60 year old, so he cleared his 56 objective. And what is his last objective? We can say that जब वो 60 years के थे तो नील जो रिवर थी, जो यहाँ की सबसे बड़ी वर्ल्ड की रिवर बोली जाती है, उसको उन्होंने क्रॉस किया था, राइट. फिर जो माउंटेन था किलिमंजारो, वो उन्होंने उस पे क्लाइंबिंग की थी. तो दीज ऑल आर द वेरी बिगेस्ट अचीवमेंट. व्हाट इज फोकस? बिकॉज इज फोकस इज ऑलवेज क्लियर कि मुझे इतनी चीजें क्लियर करनी है. तो एट द एज ऑफ 60 उन्होंने ये सारे काम उन्होंने पूरे किए, यानी 56 ऑब्जेक्टिव्स उन्होंने अपने लाइफ के फुलफिल किए. एंड व्हाट इज द रीजन बिहाइंड दैट? हु हैड गिवन दिस आइडिया? Definitely the idea is given by his parents, by his teacher. If you want to achieve in a life, if you want to progress in a life, so you have to do. So every teacher should know what is the clarity of focus. So clarity of focus that a teacher should bear in the mind that outcome of teaching is learning. हमें बच्चे को क्या सिखाना है, ये आपके पहले ऑब्जेक्ट्स होना चाहिए. It's not a say that only going in a class, teaching in a class and come from that and just go to the home. यही हमारी स्टाइल नहीं होनी चाहिए. हम क्या पढ़ा रहे हैं, हमारा डेडिकेशन क्या है, हम बच्चों को क्या बता रहे हैं, दिस इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. और ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. एंड नाउ अ डेज आई कैन से इन स्पेशली इन everywhere I saw that what is the role of the teacher? They are just going in a class and simply they are coming and just मतलब मुझे नहीं लगता कि बहुत ज्यादा वो एफर्ट्स लगाते हैं. कहीं कहीं मैंने बहुत देखा जो कुछ टीचर्स होते हैं वो रियली वेरी हार्ड वर्कर, दे आर डेडिकेशन उनके अंदर है. Nowadays the teachers is always कि what type of salary I am getting, अगर इतना मिलता है तो why I am doing this much efforts, because I am just getting a this little amount. तो अगर हम ये सोचते हैं कि हमें कम मिल रहा है और हम क्यों पढ़ाएं, तो why we are playing with the student, right? हमें स्टूडेंट के फ्यूचर से नहीं खेलना है. जैसे मैं अभी बता रही हूँ आपको, जॉन गोगर्ड का नाम बता रही हूँ. तो these are we can say so many examples. तो अब अगर हम देखते हैं कि विवेकानंद जी का एग्जाम्पल देते हैं, ही इज ऑल्सो वेरी मच फैसिनेटेड अबाउट हिज टीचर, राइट? तो हर एक पर्सन अपने टीचर से फैसिनेटेड होता है, उनको पसंद करता है, उनकी बातों को ऑप्ट करता है, हम गुरु बनाते हैं. So these all are the things we can opt from our senior, our teachers. तो अगर हमें वो बनना है, वैसा बनना है, तो why we are thinking about the materialistic thing कि मैं गई और पढ़ा के आ गई बस, that is a possible. No, you should change your style. You have to work for the community development. हम basically जो सब काम कर रहे हैं, it is for the community development. So this is the second point I can say, that the designing backward. What is it? This is the principle is related to the first. जैसे हमने जो पहले पढ़ा था क्लैरिटी फोकस, उसी से रिलेट है. एट द बिगनिंग द करिकुलम डिजाइन, द लर्निंग आउटकम हैज टू बी क्लियरली डिफाइंड. लर्निंग आउटकम आपके क्लियरली डिफाइंड होने चाहिए. व्हाट टू अचीव एट द एंड ऑफ द फॉर्मल स्कूल इज डिटरमाइंड एट द बिगनिंग. सो व्हाट यू वांट टू अचीव एंड व्हाट यू प्लान टू अचीव इन अ एंड, वो आपको पहले से पता होना चाहिए. दैट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. So anyone want to ask any question? Anyone have any doubt in it? Is it? Okay, so I'm continue with the next slide. So high expectation. So we can say that establishing high expectation and challenging standard of performance will encourage students to learn better. Establish high expectation and the challenging standards to perform will encourage the students to learn better. अगर हम अच्छा expectation करते हैं, we are expect from the students that कि we are providing this type of work to the students, challenges, and we can means involve the students in a particular thing, particular teaching. उनके परफॉर्मेंस को हम अच्छे से मेजर कर सकते हैं और उनको एनकरेज कर सकते हैं. सपोज इफ आई एम टीचिंग अबाउट पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक लाइक कम्युनिटी डेवलपमेंट पे अगर मैं बात करूं, तो कम्युनिटी पढ़ा रहे हैं, सोसाइटी के बारे में पढ़ा रहे हैं. इफ आई एम टीचिंग इन अ क्लासरूम से सोसाइटी ऐसा है, तो इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल if I can take the student in a society, in the community, and show them the people are living like that. This is the standard of living of the people in the remote area, in the rural area, in the urban areas, and how they are living, what is their lifestyle, how they are relate with the each other. अगर हम देखते हैं रिमोट एरियाज के लोग एक दूसरे से बहुत बातें कर रहे हैं, लेकिन भाई हम हाई क्लासेस में देखते हैं तो पीपल आर नॉट relate with each other, what is happening in the neighbor, they don't know. तो हमारा एक्सपेक्टेशन जो है बच्चों का, हम रियलिटी में नहीं ले जा पा रहे हैं. तो हम हर चीज के लिए अगर बच्चों को रियलिटी में ले जाके उन्हें पढ़ाया जाए, समझाया जाए, then they can be easily understand. This link is premises that the successful learning promotes more successful learning, right? So expanded the opportunity, we can give the so much opportunity to the each and every child. They can fulfill our objective. So every child has a genius in him, herself. Hence it is capable of doing the best. हर बच्चा अपने आप में बहुत अच्छा है, आप नहीं बोल सकते. मैंने हमेशा देखा है टीचर्स बात करते हैं, वो स्टूडेंट को नहीं आता, इस स्टूडेंट को नहीं आता. नो, दिस इज नॉट द वे, बिकॉज एवरी चाइल्ड इज जीनियस. एंड you can see this definition, this type of words, and use every good person, every reputed person. Even I just heard the one video, I saw the video that the Abdul Kalam Azad, he also said that every child is genius in himself. वो अपने आप में, सब में बच्चा अपने आप में genius होता है. Now you should draw out the best thing from the पर्टिकुलर चाइल्ड. उस पे क्या अच्छा है, जरूरी नहीं है हर चीज एक बच्चे में अच्छी है, उसके अंदर क्या चीजें अच्छी है, यू शुड नो, टीचर शुड नो, एंड इन दैट वे वी कैन मेक हिज करियर. वैसा हम बनाए और उसको बता सकते हैं. सो दिस इज द नेक्स्ट. टीचिंग लर्निंग इन ओबीआई, वी कैन से दैट टीचिंग इज टीचिंग इफ लर्नर लर्न. टीचिंग का कोई मतलब नहीं है अगर लर्नर लर्न ही नहीं करना चाहे. लर्निंग इज मेजर्ड बाय आउटकम्स. Whatever approach of the teaching is used, the intent should focus on learning rather than on teaching. So we should know focus on the only the learning, not only the teaching. Learning कि बच्चे को समझ आ रहा है कि नहीं मेरे को उस पे फोकस करना है. Not only this, that in the particular time period we have to finish this type of teaching, this type of session, but we should know that what are my objectives for the learning, और बच्चा सीख पाया है कि नहीं, वो हमारा जानना बहुत जरूरी है. Subject do not exist in isolation, but links between them should be made. So it is important that the student learn how to learn. A teacher should be innovative. तो ये हमें पता होना चाहिए कि टीचर क्या पढ़ा रहे हैं और वो अपने आप में कैसा इनोवेशन कर सकते हैं. It is important that the student learn how to learn and teacher should be innovative. So this one is also very, very important. Now here I'm just ask the question with you that what is your objective for taking a class in a classroom? When you are going in a classroom, before that you are making some object, or you are just taking your plan and just you are just writing your book, or what is the notes and just going to the class. You are making some plan or object for a teaching. Daily you are making this. जैसे इन द टीचर ट्रेनिंग कॉलेज हम सिखाया जाता है, हम लोगों को हम सिखाते हैं बच्चों को कि आप कैसे प्लान कर रहे हैं. आप में से बहुत सारे लोग होंगे जो टीचर ट्रेनिंग में है, तो यू आल्सो मेकिंग अ प्लान लाइक दैट, इज इट? बताते हैं आप? चलिए, ओके. तो दिस वन इज आल्सो वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. नाउ यहाँ पे देखेंगे अगर हम तो कुछ टिप्स दिए हुए हैं. हियर सम टिप्स आर गिवन, यू कैन सी. यहाँ हमने बताया that the teacher is focused on the only that the object क्या है and how can we fulfill the object. That is called the out-based learning by using the technology. Learning क्या है? टेक्नोलॉजी को यूज करना है. Before that we are making a plan and after that we can find out that the student or your learning has been fulfilled or not. Yes, anyone? आवाज आ रही है आपको? हाँ जी. Anyone want to ask any question? To see that teacher must prepare student adequately, right? Here, so here are the some. Yes, here are the some tips. It's given here that teacher must prepare student adequately. So teacher has to work for the students, that should know the teacher must prepare the student. Before enter in the class, we have to given the previous knowledge to the student, right? As per the lesson planning we are making, micro teaching we are making. So in that way, what we are doing ki previous knowledge, we find out that what's the previous knowledge of the student. In that way, the student must have to prepare. टीचर्स को बता देना है कि आज हम ये पढ़ाने जा रहे हैं, उससे पहले आप कुछ ऐसा लिंक तैयार कर दीजिए कि बच्चा उस पर इंटरेस्ट ले. द स्टूडेंट विल टेक अ इंटरेस्ट इन अ पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक, राइट? So the teachers must create a positive learning environment. Now, what type of a positive learning? It is not required that the teacher has to given some type of a jokes and everything. नहीं, ये जरूरी नहीं है. आप उनको कुछ पॉजिटिव एनवायरमेंट दे कि आज हम जैसे ये पढ़ने जा रहे हैं, तो व्हाई इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट, व्हाई इट इज वेरी मच इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर द थिंग्स. I can take my examples. When I'm in a home, that my mother is always giving the example कि if you are doing this thing, तो इससे आपको ये फायदा होता है. अगर आप ऐसा करते हो तो इससे ये अच्छा होता है. आपको चप्पल बाहर उतारनी चाहिए, अंदर नहीं आना चाहिए, बिकॉज द नेगेटिव वाइब्स आते हैं. तो पहले हमको क्या लगता था, नहीं हम तो पहन के आ जाते हैं. बट एवरीथिंग, दिस इज अ स्मॉल स्मॉल थिंग, बट वी लर्न फ्रॉम आवर मदर, फ्रॉम आवर फादर, विद आवर पेरेंट्स. ये चीजें सीखते हैं. तो ऐसे ही पॉजिटिव इन्वायरमेंट. बच्चे को पता ही नहीं है कि व्हाई इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट, व्हाई आई एम लर्निंग दिस, व्हाई इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट. इट इज नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर मी बिकॉज आई वांट टू बी एन IIT होल्डर. तो व्हाई दिस सब्जेक्ट इज इम्पोर्टेंट. तो टीचर को वो बताना है कि भाई आप IIT भी करने वाले हो या कोई भी सब्जेक्ट करने वाले हो, बट बाय दिस टॉपिक इज वेरी मच इम्पोर्टेंट. नाउ अ डेज हर टॉपिक को आप इतना इंपॉर्टेंस दे दीजिए, इतना पॉजिटिव लर्निंग एनवायरमेंट बना दीजिए. स्टूडेंट्स वांट टू लर्न थिंग्स. कि हाँ ये टीचर आ रहे हैं और नाउ द टीचर इज गिविंग मी दिस टाइप ऑफ नॉलेज एंड एवरी स्टूडेंट वांट टू लर्न थिंग्स फ्रॉम द टीचर. सो ऐसा लर्निंग एनवायरनमेंट आप क्रिएट करिए. देन टीचर मस्ट हेल्प देयर स्टूडेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड. स्टूडेंट को कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा है, ऑलवेज ट्राई टू गिव बेटर एनवायरनमेंट एंड बेटर लर्निंग के लिए यू शुड क्लियर ऑल द डाउट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट. ऑलवेज ट्राई टू गिव कि हाँ व्हाट यू आर नॉट अंडरस्टैंड, दिस इज द रीजन. ठीक है, बच्चे ने बताया ये नहीं आ रहा है, then again you try some other method to understand that particular child. कि बच्चे को बताने के लिए अलग अलग आपको मेथड यूज करने पड़े, यू शुड यूज दिस डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ मेथड, बट बच्चे को समझ आए. तो ऐसा आपको बच्चे के लिए यू शुड वर्क फॉर द स्टूडेंट. नाउ हियर यू कैन फाइंड आउट दैट आई एम अ पर्सनल अथॉरिटी, आई एम अ पर्सनल ओनर ऑफ अ स्टूडेंट. कि मुझे उस बच्चे को कैसे भी मेरे क्लासरूम से जाए तो खुश होके जाए. He and she should know everything from my teaching. तो वो आपको बताना है. Now the next, teacher must use a variety of teaching method. It's not only require the one teaching method you can use. Nowadays we can find that the cumulative learning, cooperative learning, right? Before 20 years when I was doing the MEd, on that time I just attended the class of the Pasi sir. You know the Pasi sir? आप सबको पता होगा सपासी सर के बारे में. who was the मीन्स इंडिया के अगर हम बोले माइक्रो टीचिंग के सबसे बड़े वो हैं इनोवेटर्स जिसे हम बोलते हैं. तो पासी सर के क्लास में जब मैंने अटेंड किया, एलन को आपको पता है कि एलन को तो हम ऑल वर्ल्ड में जानते हैं, बट फॉर द इंडिया इज फेमस फॉर पासी सर फॉर द माइक्रो टीचिंग और फॉर दिस लेसन प्लानिंग. तो ही हैड इन्वेंटेड द कोऑपरेटिव लर्निंग. तो ऑन दैट टाइम ही टोल्ड अस कि कोऑपरेटिव लर्निंग आने वाला है एंड कोऑपरेटिव लर्निंग में ऐसा होगा ऐसा होगा. दे यूज्ड सो मेनी एक्टिविटीज फॉर अस कि आप ऐसी एक्टिविटीज करके स्टूडेंट को पढ़ाइए. So on that time I was thinking cooperative learning is possible in the classroom. After the 20 or the 15 years, it is possible to use the cooperative learning. It is very difficult. I was asking the question to the sir, sir, this process is very difficult for the student because the students is not taking interest for the cooperative learning. So sir said कि नहीं, बहुत अच्छा लगेगा आगे जाके. You can see so many changes in your life, in your teaching, कि students को क्या अच्छा लगता है. Now I can easily find out that this method is really very useful in our classroom. So the teacher should know कि आपको क्या मेथड यूज करना है कि सभी बच्चे उसमें इन्वॉल्व हो जाए. और इस मेथड को जब मैंने अपने क्लासरूम में यूज किया तो आई कैन फाइंड दैट स्टूडेंट्स आर रियली टेकिंग अ इंटरेस्ट इन अ कोऑपरेटिव लर्निंग और क्यूमुलेटिव लर्निंग. तो उन्होंने रियल में इंटरेस्ट लिया. तो इट इज अ मेथड. सो वी ऑलवेज ट्राई टू यूज अ डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ मेथड, different type of activities in a classroom that the student can learn each and everything in the proper way, and they always went from the classroom in a happy way ki today I learned so many things. And they discuss, and after going to the school home they discuss with their parents ki mummy aaj maine ye padha and I am very much satisfied from our teacher. तो ये उसको बताना है. Teacher must provide students with the enough opportunity. Always provide the different type of opportunities to the स्टूडेंट्स कि आपको लग रहा है आपको बहुत सारी एक्टिविटीज करानी है एंड ट्राई टू इन्वॉल्व ईच एंड एवरी स्टूडेंट. हियर आल्सो आई एम गिविंग द एग्जांपल ऑफ आवर टाइम ऑफ टीचिंग. अगर हम 25 इयर्स और 30 इयर्स बैक हम जाते हैं, ऑन दैट टाइम वी कैन फाइंड आउट दैट द टीचर की हाँ हु वांट्स टू टेक पार्टिसिपेट इन द एनुअल फंक्शन. सो 2 or 3 स्टूडेंट, यस मैडम आई वांट टू टेक द पार्ट, चलिए आ जाइए आप आएंगे. अब अपन को मन भी कर रहा है लेकिन अपन नहीं जा सकते हैं बिकॉज दिस इज नॉट द कंपल्सरी फॉर द ऑल द स्टूडेंट. 2-3 स्टूडेंट चले गए एंड अदर स्टूडेंट जस्ट स्टैंड देयर एंड सम आर डांसिंग, सम आर स्टैंडिंग लाइक दैट. so this is the way. So this is what we are not involving the each and every student. So only the 2-3 student गए और डांस करके आ गए, ये बाकी हम पीछे खड़े रहे. So this is not the way. But nowadays what is the changes? Now in every school I just I taught in the Christ school, so they have a St. Paul school. So I saw that the principal said each and every student is taking participation in a annual function. Each and every. Some are taking participation in the dance, some are in the song, some in the other activities. But एक भी student classroom में नहीं बैठेगा, सबके सब जाएंगे और participate करेंगे. So each and every students are coming to the stage and taking the participation. what is the happening, what is the result of this? Every student gain the positive environment, they gain a confidence in themselves कि हाँ, and happy with the teachers, happy with the schools कि यार मैंने भी participate किया. तो ये चीजें हमारे अंदर होनी चाहिए. And this we are finding today, that was not possible in the last हम अगर 30 years or 20 years की बात करें, तो student must provide the student with the equal opportunities, right? Teacher must have the student to bring each learning to a personal closure. आपको personal closure होके हर बच्चे को पढ़ाना है. ये नहीं कि चलिए आपने जस्ट फॉरगेट, हाँ ये हो गया कोई बात नहीं छोड़ो. आपको each and every students को लेके ही चलना है. Here we can say that traditional to the OBE. ट्रेडिशनल मेथड ने बहुत अच्छे से रिप्लेस किया है OBE को. On that, in the traditional way, I can say the one-way teaching. Here we can find the two-way teaching. Input and resources are very much limited. And here the resources के बारे से ज़्यादा important. This is the learning outcome of the student. Then the knowledge is transferred by the teacher here. And here the conflicts between the teachers, we can say, or the discussion between the teachers and the students. Knowledge is already exists in the mind of. अब यहाँ पे क्या करना, बच्चे के पास तो ऑलरेडी नॉलेज है, दे गेन द नॉलेज फ्रॉम द इंटरनेट. बट हियर व्हाट वी कैन डू, वी कैन डिस्कस विद द स्टूडेंट. यहाँ पे आप रोल भी देखेंगे कि लास्ट हम जो पहले की बात करते टीचर्स सेंटर्ड रोल था, यहाँ पे स्टूडेंट सेंटर्ड रोल है, राइट? स्टूडेंट को हमको देखना है. यहाँ पे टीचर्स को कम बोलना है, स्टूडेंट्स को ज्यादा बोलना है. वी नो दैट द स्टूडेंट नो एवरीथिंग, नाउ वी कैन डिस्कस द थिंग्स. चलिए आप बताइए, अब आप डिस्कस करते रहिए. इसको आपको लिखते जाना है कि व्हाट द स्टूडेंट कैन अंडरस्टैंड. ईच एंड ए ने इतना समझा, बी ने इतना समझा, सी ने इतना समझा. लास्ट में वी कैन कंक्लूड दैट आपने इतना बताया, ए ने इतना बताया, बी ने बताया, सी ने बताया, सबने मिलके बता दिया. नाउ क्या क्या चीजें बच गई है, नाउ आई एम टेलिंग यू, राइट? रेस्ट ऑफ द थिंग्स यू कैन इन्फॉर्म टू द स्टूडेंट. दिस इज योर टॉपिक. So this is the way of the learning nowadays, and it is very easy method. The students can opt this method in teacher can opt this method in a classroom, and we can find a very good result in it, right? So ये होना जरूरी है. Teacher dispenses knowledge. Teachers are designer of the method. We are designing the method. Which method is very much important for the student. The teachers and the students are independent and isolation. अपने में रहते थे, isolation. Now here the teacher students work in a team. Now here we can't say that this one is the teacher, so we are always giving the this respect to the teacher. But now here that friendly nature हो जाता है. टीचर उसको बता रहे हैं, समझा रहे हैं, तो एक अच्छा सा एनवायरमेंट रहता है, एक अच्छा सा एनवायरमेंट में बच्चा पढ़ना पसंद करता है. तो ये चीजें आपने चेंज में देखा होगा. इनफैक्ट अगर हम देखें कि जैसे एजुकेशनल पॉलिसीज जो 86 से लेके अभी तक है ना, 80 से मैकाले से लेके अगर हम बोले, फिर आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस जो था 86 का हुआ, फिर ऐसे अगर कोठारी कमीशन 86, फिर ये, तो अभी तक हम देखते जितने चेंजेस आए हैं एनईपी 2020, उसको ऑपरेट करने में कितना डिफिकल्टीज आ रही हैं. लेकिन अभी भी आप देखो कि कितनी चीजों को हमने ऑप्ट कर लिया है. स्टिल वी हैव इन दिस पीरियड वी हैव टू गेन सो मेनी थिंग विद दिस एनईपी 2020. अभी भी हमें बहुत चीजें लेनी है क्योंकि इतने वास्ट इसमें बना हुआ है ये, राइट? तो इस पे तो उन्होंने बहुत कहा है कि आपको अपनी ये आउट बेस्ड एजुकेशन को इम्प्रूव करने के लिए तो आपको बहुत कुछ करना पड़ेगा. तो ये जो आपका एफडीपी है, आप देखेंगे सारे सेशन उन्हीं से रिलेटेड है. सो दिस इज वन इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर द टीचर दैट शुड नो ईच एंड एवरी सेशन, राइट? तो ओबी टीचर्स रोल साइकिल अगर हम बात करते हैं तो व्हाट इज इट? इट इज द अलाइन करिकुलम विद द लर्निंग. First is integrated of the theory and the practices, align curriculum with the learning outcomes, facilitate of the learning. Then we can say the teacher is mentor guide, फिर outcome based assessor. So these all are the things we can say. The next point is the reflective practitioner. So these all are things, these are the cycle of the teacher's role, कि क्या क्या करना है अगर आप करिकुलम डिजाइन कर रहे हैं. तो जैसे हम लोग सीओ पीओ प्रिपेयर करते हैं इन आवर कॉलेज कि दिस इज द सीओ, दिस इज द पीओ. सो सेम एज इट इज इन द स्कूल, इन द एवरी एजुकेशन फील्ड, curriculum designs in like that way. right? So this is the thing. In that way, we can easily find out our outcome based assessor, right? Involving the role of the teacher in the 21st century. What type of involving the role? The first, knowledge giver. यहाँ हम teachers को knowledge giver कहेंगे, lecturer बोलेंगे, facilitator of the learning, use of technology. What type of use of technology है? Different type of technologies are using in your school or college. Which type of technologies you are using? Can anyone give me the answer? Which type of technology? The Samay said ki we are using a PPT presentation. Anyone want to say anything about this? Ki which type of technology you are using in a classroom? So here we are using smart classes in our classroom, right? ICT, online tools. This everything we are using nowadays. Mentor and counselor, हम emotional guidance बच्चे को देना, career guidance, inclusive educators, then curriculum designer, project based learning क्या है, then experiment learning क्या है, researcher and the lifelong learner, then value educator and the nation builder. Everything is related with the teacher. So now it is the role of the teacher that they can provide knowledge in this way, right? So knowledge giver से लेके last में अगर आप देखते हो value educator and the nation builder. तो ये सारी चीजें उस बच्चे में आ जानी चाहिए, ये सारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी एक टीचर की रहती है. Now here that you can say to be the useful in the OBE system, assessment should be guided by the following principles. जो है उसके कुछ following principles हैं जो बनाए गए हैं. अगर आप देखते हैं कि अलग अलग उसमें अलग अलग principles बनाए, तो आप इसमें देखोगे कि कुछ principles हैं जो we have to know that what are the principle and how can we follow this thing, right? First is assessment procedure to be valid. That must be, we know that this is the object, this is the thing, but the assessment procedure जो हम कर रहे हैं, that should be valid. Assessment should be the reliable. स्टूडेंट को सब पढ़ा दिया, सब करा दिया, लेकिन नाउ द असेसमेंट शुड बी क्लियर. ऐसा नहीं कि आपने किसी को भी सोचा और आपने अपने असेसमेंट को अपने अकॉर्डिंग दे दिया, दिस इज माय फेवरेट ब्रांड तो ठीक है, दिस इज माय असेसमेंट. नो. So everything is required here if you are in OBE system. So what type of thing? Assessment procedure should be reliable, should be valid, should be fair, and assessment should reflect the knowledge and the skills that are important to the student. What is important? We can find out the knowledge and the skill of the student. जब assessment करें तो देखें बच्चे का knowledge और इसका skills क्या है. Assessment should tell both the teachers and the student how the students are progressing. Student, how can they are progressing? They must should know with the help of assessment. Then assessment should support every student opportunity to learn things that are important. That learn things that are important. क्या important है वो भी आपको जानना जरूरी है. Then the 7th point is assessment should allow individual or uniqueness to be demonstrated. So here the individuality or uniqueness उसको demonstrate करना आना चाहिए. Then comprehensive to cover and wide range of learning outcome. So we should know that the wide range of learning outcome क्या है, that should know by the teachers. Now here we can say that the learner responsibility of the learning. What are the learner responsibility of the learning? क्या responsibilities हो जाती है? तो ये आपको जानने से पहले मैं आपको एक मैं बताना चाह रही हूँ. सपोज देखिए, here you are seeing this slide. We can take an activities. Oh. हाँ जी. See here. We can take on this activity. Yes. Is it okay? Is this,
Yes.
yeah. So this is the one activity we can take. Suppose we are teaching in a class, social science, in a class 12th or the suppose BA है, हम इसमें पढ़ा रहे हैं, and our topic is weather and disaster. This is our topic, right? तो अगर एक टीचर है and you can take any example. Suppose you are teaching a science, suppose you are teaching a math. So what is your objective of the teaching? एक कोई टॉपिक लीजिए और आप खुद ही सोचिए कि व्हाट इज योर ऑब्जेक्टिव हियर. द टॉपिक इज वेदर एंड द डिजास्टर. ये पॉइंट है हमारे पास. अब क्या हमारा टॉपिक है यहाँ पे? टू नो द वेदर एंड डिजास्टर इन आवर कम्युनिटी. ये मैं बताना चाह रही हूँ कि 12th क्लास के बच्चे को वेदर और डिजास्टर के बारे में मालूम है, बट वो अपने कम्युनिटीज, अपने एरिया के बारे में क्या जान पाता है? This is only not given the knowledge what is the weather and what is the disaster. Here we should given the knowledge that student can understand everything about the weather and the disaster. He can know that if this is the state, suppose this is our MP, तो किस टाइप का वेदर है, गुजरात है तो किस टाइप का वेदर है, महाराष्ट्र है तो किस टाइप का वेदर है, हर जगह का वेदर कैसा होता है, डिजास्टर्स क्या क्या होते हैं, क्यों होता है पर्टिकुलर, है ना? तो ये सब चीजें बच्चों को पता होनी चाहिए. जैसे हम एक एरिया देखते हैं महाराष्ट्र में, लातूर, जहाँ पे हमें काफी अर्थक्वेक की मिलता है, वैसे ही आप गुजरात में भी एक एरिया. तो ये सब क्यों वहां पे आते हैं, ये बच्चे को बेसिक चीजें मालूम होनी चाहिए कि ये दिस इज द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ योर टीचिंग, वेदर और डिजास्टर. सो दिस इज योर ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ टीचिंग, टू नो द वेदर एंड डिजास्टर इन आवर कम्युनिटी. नाउ द एंड ऑफ द सेशन, व्हाट, ये मैंने स्टार्ट किया, I made objectives on that. What is the objective fulfilled or not? At the end of the session, I can say, describe the weather and disaster experience in one's own community. अब मैंने उससे क्वेश्चन यही पूछूंगी कि describe the weather and the disaster experience in own community. Then the other thing, identify the different types of weather experience in own community. Be a responsible student and be prepared for any calamities that may arise in the future. Are you prepared? That you find out that this is a particular place and this is means climatic change, that we can find that so many every time there is a flood, right? आता है, flood आता है, तो हम क्या करेंगे? What we can do? How can we save ourselves? What is the reason why the flood is always coming in this place? Why? What is the reason behind that? So everything the student can understand और उसे पता करने की कोशिश करे कि क्या रीजन है, क्यों होता है, तब तो जाके आपकी एजुकेशन जो है, ऑब्जेक्ट्स हैं, वो आपके पूरे होंगे. What is our objective? The different type of disaster and calamities experienced in the past and addressed. This is your objective कि past में क्या हुआ था, how can we address in a future, हम उसको दोनों को लेके चलेंगे. और प्रेजेंट में भी कह सकते हैं. आइडेंटिफाई द डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ वेदर एंड डिजास्टर एक्सपीरियंस्ड इन वंस ओन कम्युनिटी. आइडेंटिफाई द डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ वेदर, आपके खुद कम्युनिटी में कैसा डिफरेंट टाइप का वेदर आता है. इन इंडिया वी कैन से वी कैन फाइंड आउट द डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ मानसून, डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ डिजास्टर, everything we can find out in our country, right? So what is the reason? आप दूसरी कंट्रीज में देखेंगे तो और भी डिजास्टर्स होते हैं. अभी हमने टर्की में देखा. तो ये सब चीजें क्या थी, क्यों होता है टर्की में, बहुत ज्यादा बोला जाता है, हाउसेस भी वैसे बनाए जाते हैं. तो व्हाट इज द रीजन बिहाइंड दैट, व्हाई इट इज हैपनिंग? तो स्टूडेंट शुड नो बिकॉज ही इज द स्टूडेंट ऑफ द बीए, इज द स्टूडेंट ऑफ द ज्योग्राफी, उसे सबको पता होना चाहिए. And be a responsible student and be prepared for any calamities that may occur in the future. So be a responsible student and be prepared for the calamities that may occur in the future. और हम सबको मालूम होना चाहिए, if I am the citizen of my country, कि what type of calamities we can face in a particular state and how can we prepare ourselves and how can we teach to the others कि भाई ऐसा होता है तो आप क्या कर सकते हो. ओके, हियर आई कैन से वन एग्जांपल. देयर इज अ वन youth group in the Bombay. what they are doing in the Bombay or the Maharashtra, वो लोग ये क्या करते हैं, सारे students they are in the schools, sorry, they are in the colleges, in the good colleges, but what they are doing the things, what is the जिस गार्बेजेस में जो है, गार्बेजेस जो आपके ओशियन और सी के पास है, वहां से जो कचरा पड़ा है, गार्बेजेस हैं, जो बेकार चीजें, वो सबको वो कलेक्ट करके एक रिसाइकलिंग वे में डाल देते हैं, दे देते हैं. वो काम उनका एक छोटे से किसी इंसान ने शुरू किया, एक पर्टिकुलर पर्सन है, एंड दे स्टार्टेड वन ग्रुप, and this group is working for that, because they find ki nahi, in India the people are coming in this seaside or the ocean side, and what they are doing, they are doing these things, right? तो उसको recycle हम कैसे करेंगे? So this is all, not only the responsibility of the government कि they can work on that, every should stand on that, and every should work on it, right? So this is the responsibility of each and every student and each and every citizen, right? Some are doing the work for the animals, some are doing the work for the other things, some are doing work for the old persons. So this is our responsibility. They are not the things कि भाई उसको नहीं आता है तो छोड़ दो. आपको सबको लेके चलना है, क्योंकि आपकी टीचर ने सबको लेके चला है, एंड शी टीच लाइक दैट, तो स्टूडेंट्स के अंदर भी दिस थिंग्स डेवलप. नाइस, दिस इज माय रिस्पांसिबिलिटी, आई कैन डू समथिंग फॉर माय citizens. So be responsible student and be prepared for any calamities that may occur in a future. Now here I can take one example, right? Everyone is seeing this picture. What do you find from this picture? Identify the people in the picture. Choose the letter of the correct answer. Write the answer on the answer sheet. Now, what is the correct answer? This picture is showing that this things is showing in the picture. Now, आप एक बच्चे को दे दीजिए, आप जैसे क्लाइमेटिक चेंज पढ़ा रहे हो, तो ये मैं पढ़ने का तरीका बता रही हूँ कि आपने ऑब्जेक्ट्स बनाए, चैप्टर में ऑब्जेक्ट्स बनाए, आपके क्या क्या चीजें हैं आपके पास, यू आर यूजिंग हियर. नाउ हियर एग्जामिन दैट स्टूडेंट कैन अंडरस्टैंड और नॉट. So this is the right example that I'm just showing here. Rainy season, hot season, earthquake, volcanic eruption, and the fire. Which is the correct answer? Can anyone? Just give me the answer. Oh, tell me. It's not possible to see a chat box, so someone can give me the answer. What is the correct answer? It is very easy. Yeah, very good, very good. So she has given me the answer. Thank you so much. Earthquake. So easily we can find out, and this is not for you. This is for a teacher, that how can we teach in the classroom, right? तो हम बता सकते हैं बच्चों को कि भाई earthquake है ये, है ना, बच्चा बता देगा easily, and they are very much excited कि I'm just want to give the answer, right? So after that you can use that question. Again you can use some questions, that what did the disaster management act report about? So this is the, here we can find out that this is the question. In that you can give the objective type question based. Here you can give questions like, here you have, student has to write something. What did disasters management act 2005 report about? Now the student should know. टीचर ने उसको ये भी पढ़ा दिया होगा विद इन दिस पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक, डिजास्टर एंड क्लैमिटीज में उसने ये भी बता दिया है. नाउ द स्टूडेंट शुड नो अबाउट व्हाट इज द डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट एक्ट, वो उसके बारे में बताएगा. हाउ डिड द डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट एक्ट डिस्क्राइब द वेदर? सो दिस इज द आंसर. विद दिस यू कैन फाइंड आउट कि स्टूडेंट को आपकी बताई हुई चीज अच्छे से समझ आई है या नहीं. दैट यू कैन, फ्रॉम दिस यू कैन इजिली find out the feedback of the student. No need to give pressurize कि पढ़ के आओ, without doing anything. Only give the lectures on that. Not only the lecture, community जिसे हम बोलते हैं cumulative way में, या peered learning जिसे हम बोलेंगे, या हम बोलेंगे कि आप जो learning करा रहे हैं activity based है, तो in that way, or you are using a AI or you are using a technology, In that way, the student can learn everything, right? So with this question, you can find out. Now, अब आपको ये बना है कि नहीं, you can check this thing. Like, कैसे check करेंगे हम यहाँ पे? Again. What happened? फिर चला गया. हाँ. So, correct. Now here we can say we can see that how can we check the knowledge of the student, that we have already given knowledge about the disaster and climate change, right? So that the three process we have used, that test किया हमने उसको, question we can give, then here we can check that the student can understand or not. So disaster means what, उसको बताया, we can show the storm, we can give the example of the storm, we can give some picture that this is the storm, we can also give the pictures of the flood, we can also give the picture of that this forest burning. So ये सब के बाद what is the impact of the these things, disasters का क्या impact पड़ता है? So it brings storm, winds and the rain that damage the crops and the homes. Now here we can find out that the student can understand in the properly way. उसको आपको बहुत ज्यादा बताने का जरूरत नहीं पड़ा, आपने इतनी चीजें बताई, and he is implement according to that, and he can find out that the what is the result behind the disaster and the climate change, disaster से क्या चीजें हो सकती है. So it brings the storms, wind and the rain that damage the crops and the homes. This is the easiest example they can give, right? तो ऐसे ही आप लोग अगर अपना lesson plan बनाते हैं, and it is not necessary you are making a lesson plan if you are working in a college. So you can prepare a plan in your mind that what type of teaching I can do in my classroom, and what type of the learning outcome we can find out. So here, if we are using some of the OBE method, or we are using some type of these technologies, then we can easily find out this type of a result. And suppose this is only not the result that we can find out these things from the student of the CBSE and the student from the college. We can also find, we should, as a teacher, we should find the same result from the student of the remote areas, or the students who are studying in the rural area. उनको भी हमारा प्रॉपर नॉलेज आपको मिलना चाहिए, कि उनको भी आपको चेक करना है कि जो मैंने नॉलेज बताया था वो समझ आया है कि नहीं. That is very very important. And what we think can do, that the other thing we can do, we can start something like the self check. बच्चा खुद को चेक कर पाए कि yes, I know this thing, I can understand this knowledge, I can get this knowledge from my teacher, right? तो आपने ये सेल्फ प्रिपरेशन के लिए क्या करा, सेल्फ चेक के लिए एक मैंने एक्टिविटी बताई है आपको. यहाँ पे एक एक्टिविटी देखिए, एक्टिविटी फर्स्ट, आउटकम बेस्ड एजुकेशन टीचर प्रिपरेशन करिकुलम. outcome based for the teacher preparation curriculum. So before that, when you are making a curriculum, तो टीचर ही पहले अपने आप को चेक करना शुरू करते हैं कि आप खुद क्या बनाने जा रहे हैं. What did the teacher intend to accomplish in the lesson at the beginning? तो जैसा आप objectives बनाते हैं when you are making a curriculum in for the school, for the college, before that you are making a some objective. So what did teacher intend to accomplish in the lesson at the beginning? Then what is accomplished or the achieved at the end? ये आपको first you have to find out this thing. In our college, and especially when I was in the Gujarat and Pune, what we are making, our principal or our dean can sit with us and they can say that this is the new changes in our curriculums, and what the new things you can include in it, and why you want to include this chapter in this subject, and what is your this fulfill of the objectives, what is the accomplished, what is the achieved at the end. So this is the thing. In that way we can learn how to make a curriculum, what did the teacher intend to accomplish the lesson at the beginning, what did accomplish or achieve at the end, has learning occurred, what learning outcome was achieved during the activities, was there an opportunity for all children to learn. This is not a way कि only हमको 2-3 बच्चों को पढ़ाना है, हमें सब बच्चों को लेके चलना है. So we are providing the opportunity to the all students that they have to learn in the classroom. The learning outcome achieved हुआ है कि नहीं? All activities given according to the student, according to the children. How was achieved learning outcome assessed? आपको ये भी देखना है लर्निंग आउटकम आपका कितना असेस्ड हुआ है. सो एवरीथिंग यू शुड नो, एवरीथिंग यू शुड अचीव और एक्सप्लेन. तो ये सब चीजें आपको पता होनी चाहिए. सेल्फ चेक एंड रिफ्लेक्शन. The further the teacher reflect on your observation and report in finding the OBE in the classroom and complete sentence, choose only one to answer. I like OBE because in the future when I become a teacher, I should. Now here I expect the answer from you. I like OBE. Why you like OBE? If you are liking or not liking is not possible because we all are working on it. तो आपको क्या लगता है कि why it is important? क्यों होनी चाहिए? क्यों important? Why it should be important for a classroom? And I like it OBE because in the future when I become a teacher, I should. And you all are a teacher, you all are professor. तो आप क्या करना चाहते हैं? क्यों जरूरी है OBE? And the next question, I do not seems to be to like OBE because in the future when I become a teacher, I should. So in my point of view, I can say that I like OBE because I think that I can change the world or I can able to change the world because I can make my student like that कि they can able to change the things in the community or in the society. So this is the way. So what the answer I can you can give in for the particular thing. इस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस जो हैं वो आपको खुद के लिए भी बनाने हैं. क्यों जरूरी है और क्यों जरूरी नहीं है. दिस वन इज ऑल्सो वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट. नाउ द क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर एक्टिविटी सेकेंड अगर आप देखते हैं, व्हाट इज द रोल ऑफ टीचर इन द मॉडर्न एजुकेशन. नाउ टेल मी द आंसर. कुछ मुझे बताएंगे कि व्हाट इज द रोल ऑफ द टीचर इन द मॉडर्न एजुकेशन एंड व्हाई इज एजुकेशन इंपॉर्टेंट. Yes. Any teacher, any professor? Anyone want to give the answer in it? Why is the role of teacher? What is the role of teacher in the modern education? आप सबका क्या रोल है?
Teacher
जी.
from me only knowledge.
Yeah. Very good.
Right,
Not
faculty
only
or one mentor. A teacher now help the student learn activity rather than just listening and memorizing.
Payal. Your name is Payal, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good, Payal. Very nice. So you are a teacher, Payal?
Yes, ma'am. I'm the lecturer of the psychology.
So nice. मेरे फील्ड के ही हो आप?
Yes, ma'am.
वेरी नाइस, वेरी नाइस. तो देखिए कितना अच्छा आपका आंसर है. वेरी गुड. और बिकॉज वैसे ही साइकोलॉजी है तो अपन ये एक चीज होती है ना, बच्चों से हम ज्यादा अटैच होते हैं, राइट? इमोशनली भी. So
Yes,
this
ma'am.
answer exactly. So it is a very good answer. So it is not only we can say that teacher's role is only to teach in the class, right? Now the why is education important? Education क्यों important है? We all know that why the education is important, right? अब education important है. Now here the answer is given. The teacher helps students learn new things and develop important skills. They also help knowledge grow emotionally and get along with others, right? The Payal has given the answer कि आपको सिर्फ एक टीचर नहीं बनना है, आपको फैसिलिटेटर, रिसर्चर ये बनना है, राइट? तो वैसे ही ये मतलब है इसी का कि आपको बच्चे से अटैच्ड होना है एंड इम्पोर्टेंट स्किल्स. We should know the important skills of the student. Because it helps the students grow emotionally and get along with others, right? So this one is very important. And the why education is important. Education help people learn all the basics, right? It helps them find jobs, and make good choice. A good education can also make the communities better. तो आज की डेट में education is not only the purpose to get a job. Here we can say to make a communities better. सिर्फ जॉब पाना ही नहीं है, एक जॉब को आपकी चॉइस के अकॉर्डिंग जॉब मिलना. पहले क्या होता था, पहले हम पढ़ाई करते थे एंड वी आर आल्सो वर्किंग only for the government job. Nowadays we can't say that 100% students will get the government job. Only the few students can get the government job. और अभी जो आपका सिस्टम आया है, अभी आने वाले टाइम पे सिर्फ बोला जाता है कि एक रेलवे को गवर्नमेंट रखा जाएगा, कुछ हॉस्पिटल्स को रखा जाएगा, कुछ हॉस्पिटल्स को, राइट, और बाकी सारी चीजें जो हैं वो प्राइवेट हो जाएंगी. तो एवरीथिंग इज गोइंग टू बी अ प्राइवेटाइजेशन. पहले बैंक होता था तो सिर्फ एसबीआई होता, नाउ देयर आर अ वैरायटी ऑफ बैंक and not today we are not going only the SBI. Don't want to go there because the working system is very means slow, तो हम नहीं जाना चाहते. एजुकेशन सिस्टम भी वो प्राइवेट कर रहे हैं, सब प्राइवेट रहेगा. टुडे वी आर गेटिंग अ जॉब हियर इन द गवर्नमेंट स्कूल्स और कॉलेजेस. आगे इन फ्यूचर कॉलेजेस और स्कूल्स भी बहुत फ्यू रह जाएंगे. तो मेडिकल का कुछ रह जाएगा और कुछ रेलवे का. अदरवाइज एवरीथिंग इज बेस्ड ऑन दिस प्राइवेट. तो प्राइवेट में है तो बच्चे को जहां भी जो जॉब मिल रही है वो ज्वाइन कर रहा है. बट बच्चे को बताना है, अपने आप को बनाना है कि यू आर गेट डोंट गिव द डिप्रेशन कि भैया डोंट गिव द डिप्रेस टू द स्टूडेंट और डोंट गिव द एंजाइटी टू द स्टूडेंट. और आना भी नहीं चाहिए बिकॉज यू कैन गिव द एग्जाम्पल दैट यू हैव अपॉर्चुनिटीज और लॉट्स ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटीज फॉर गेटिंग अ न्यू जॉब्स, है ना. बहुत सारे जॉब्स हैं आज की डेट में आपके लिए, बट यू हैव टू अपडेट योर सेल्फ. आज की डेट में अगर हम पुराने टीचर्स हैं, हम पहले पढ़े हुए हैं और अब तक अगर अभी तक भी हम अपडेट नहीं कर रहे हैं नॉलेज अकॉर्डिंग टू द एआई, तो हमको अच्छा टीचर नहीं बोला जाएगा. तो हमें वैसा बन के रहना है, राइट. नाउ द सेकेंड सम क्वेश्चन आल्सो आई एम गोइंग टू आस्क दैट व्हाई इज द टीचर रोल इंपॉर्टेंट इन द fostering social and emotional learning. So anyone want to give the answer? Why is the teacher's role important in fostering social and emotional learning? Why it is important? Why is the teacher's role important in the fostering social and emotional development?
Because
Any
teacher directly influence student emotionally growth, behavior, or the social development.
very good. For the behavior development, exactly, है ना. What's your name, ma'am?
Dr. Payal Arora. Payal Chud.
Payal. Okay. Very good. Nice answer. So we have to know about this. Then the second question, how has technology changed teaching? You know that the teaching changed so much. Teaching is changed so much. So why it is changed? Because of the technology. पर कैसे changes किया है? Now we are coming to the next slide. Now the first question. The question is that why the teachers role important in the fostering the social and the emotional knowledge? Teacher help kind understand feeling and the kind. This makes schools a kind and a friendly place. जैसे आपने आंसर दिया पायल मैम ने कि बच्चे के इमोशनल सब चीजों के बारे में हमको एक अटैचमेंट होता है और हमको पता होना चाहिए. So we should know about the feeling and the kind of the student. Now how the technology change? Teachers use technology to making learning fun. For example, artificial intelligence tools can help them see how well students going and give quick feedback to help them learn better, right? Today we are using so many things for learning, entertaining, right? आप अगर देखते हैं आज की डेट में बहुत, जैसे अभी तक वी शुड नो अबाउट द जूम. अभी जूहू करके जो सर ने जिसमें ऐड किया, तो दिस इज द इंडियन ऐप, राइट. तो हमको ऐसे पता चला कि हाँ दिस इज द न्यू वन. तो एक इंटरेस्ट आया कि नहीं आप नाउ वी आर लर्निंग समथिंग न्यू. अभी हमने चैट जीपीटी सुना था. when I'm right now I'm working on something that I find so many things, so new apps for this AI tool, which is the AI tool and which we are using here. So this is very much helpful. We can as a teacher we can also work as a freelancing. तो ये सारी चीजें हम कर सकते हैं because we know everything related with the technology. If we don't know anything about the technology, so it is not possible. तो यहाँ पे हम एक बच्चे के लिए बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग लर्निंग बना सकते हैं विद द AI tool, right? So this is very important for the student. Now the next question, how can teachers help in new ways? Now, how can teachers help student in new ways? कैसे नए तरीके से टीचर्स हेल्प कर सकती है एंड हाउ कैन मेक एजुकेशन बेटर? आप एजुकेशन को बेटर कैसे बना सकते हैं? एनीवन वांट टू गिव द आंसर हियर? हाउ कैन टीचर्स हेल्प स्टूडेंट इन द न्यू वे? हाउ कैन वी मेक एजुकेशन बेटर? एनीवन?
Project-based learning, use that more help.
Very good. What's the name?
Payal, ma'am.
Oh, Payal, very good. Payal is very much attentive. Good, Payal. Right. So देखिए है ना, so what is the real role? What are the help of how can teachers help students in the new ways? Teachers should try different methods that will affect for all students. They can learn new skills and try modern tools to make teaching easy. So teachers should try different methods and effective, and it is effective for the all students. They can learn new skills and try modern tools to make teaching easy. तो इससे आपकी टीचिंग बहुत अच्छी और आरामदायक बन सकती है. Student can learn easily. So these are the things which very much helpful. यहाँ पे और भी चीजें हैं जैसे proper training and the good facilities can definitely improve education. So here what we can say, the last question, how can we make the education better? Proper training देके good facilities improve education कर सकते हैं. How can we improve the education? With the AI tool, with the technology. Using technology and working together with the parents and the communities also make learning stronger. So with the help of this, we can make the learning stronger of the student, right? आप देखेंगे कि एजुकेशन को और बेटर बनाने को वी कैन गिव सो मेनी एग्जाम्पल. व्हाट टाइप ऑफ एग्जाम्पल? वी कैन से दैट अगर वी कैन टेक द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ द लाइफ और वी कैन टेक द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ द एजुकेशन, राइट? एजुकेशन लाइफ जो है वो दोनों पैरेलली है, दोनों आपको कुछ ना कुछ सिखाते हैं, राइट? एजुकेशन में क्या होता है? फर्स्ट वी लर्न, देन वी अपियर इन द एग्जाम, देन वी गेट द रिजल्ट. और रिजल्ट अच्छा नहीं आया या अच्छा आया, देन अगेन वी प्रिपेयर फॉर द प्रिपरेशन जो हमने बनाया ना, वी हैव अ साइकिल, राइट? लर्निंग, सॉरी टीचिंग, फिर उसके बाद उसकी लर्निंग, फिर उसका रिजल्ट, फिर उसको फीडबैक, फिर उसके बाद सेम लाइक दैट इन अ लाइफ वी कैन से. तो बट लाइफ में लिटिल बिट डिफरेंस. फर्स्ट वी हैव टू गिव द एग्जांपल इन अ लाइफ. हम लाइफ में पहले अपना एग्जाम देते हैं, देन वी गेट द रिजल्ट, फिर हमको रिजल्ट मिलता है. और जब रिजल्ट मिलता है फिर हमको पता चलता है अरे हमें तो कुछ आता ही नहीं था जिंदगी में. देन अगेन वी प्रिपेयर अवरसेल्फ. बट एजुकेशन में हम पहले पढ़ते हैं, लर्निंग करते हैं, फिर एग्जाम देते हैं, फिर फीडबैक आता है. लाइफ में पहले हम क्या करते हैं? पहले हम एग्जाम देने बैठते हैं, हम पहले ही जाते हैं, हमारे पास कंडीशन आ जाती है और वो कंडीशन को हमको लड़ना पड़ता है, सोचना पड़ता है. तो वी कैन से द बोथ आर द थिंग्स आर मोर और लेस सेम, राइट? लाइफ एंड द एजुकेशन, बोथ वी कैन द इट इज इन द सेम बोट. बट थोड़ा सा इसमें अगर हम चेंजेस देखते हैं तो वो हमें देखने को मिलता है. देन द नेक्स्ट थिंग that we can say, the proper training and the good facilities is always required for this type of changes, right? Now our next question, what problem do teachers face today? आज की डेट में टीचर्स को क्या प्रॉब्लम फेस करनी पड़ रही है? हाउ इज AI हेल्पिंग द एजुकेशन? आज की डेट में अगर वी कैन से दैट प्रॉब्लम ऑफ द टीचर्स नीड टू कीप स्टूडेंट इंटरेस्टेड, especially in the online. It is very, very difficult. Now here today only the Payal is giving me the answer. What about the others? I don't know what they are doing. They are listening or not, I don't know. So here what I can do, I can just giving you the information and I can give you some type of videos and all. Some has just switch off the cameras. They are not opening their camera. So I don't know they are learning or not. but लाइफ इज अ लर्निंग प्रोसेस वी कैन से. जहां से जो आपको सीखने को मिल रहा है थोड़ा थोड़ा वो आप सीख लीजिए. इट इज बेटर फॉर एज अ पर्सन, एज अ टीचर. तो टीचर नीड टू कीप स्टूडेंट इंटरेस्टेड को बनाना ही पड़ेगा, और स्पेशली इन द ऑनलाइन. ऑफलाइन है तो यू कैन क्रिएट अ इंटरेस्ट टू द क्रिएट अ स्टूडेंट इंटरेस्ट, राइट? But in the offline mode it is little bit difficult, because when the students are switch off their cameras, we don't know what they are doing. They must also meet different learning needs while following the school's curriculum. Giving student personal attention in the another big challenges. तो आपको एक बहुत इंटरेस्ट बनाना पड़ेगा, उसको ऐसे चैलेंजेस वर्क देने पड़ेंगे, तब जाके वी कैन फाइंड आउट दैट the student can taking interest in a teaching, especially in the online mode. AI help teachers check students progress and personalize lessons. It gives quick feedback so students can learn at their own speed. AI also grade assignment, letting teachers spend more time teaching and helping students. So here the teacher has to share maximum time with the students. AI is use so much different type of tools. Not only the Google form they are using, Kudos and so many the checklists they are providing in the online mode. We can find out with that कि हम क्या क्या अपने बच्चे में changes ला सकते हैं. अब here I can give you one example, one more example here, that uh, this type of education when we are providing in a classroom. तो जब भी हम classroom में teach कर रहे हैं, students are seeing that they are seeing to the class teacher. They are watching the class teacher, they are listening the class teacher, but we can't say they are present in a classroom. Some are here and some are visiting somewhere with their mind. हमको ऐसा लगता है, वैसे ही हम ऑनलाइन मोड में भी रहते हैं तो हमको ऐसा फील होता है कि सारे बच्चे हमारी बात सुने, तो मे भी हो सकता है कुछ सुन रहा है कुछ नहीं सुन रहा है. सेम इन अ क्लासरूम वी हैव टू मेक अ सम टाइप ऑफ द एंटरटेनिंग. सबको क्रिएट करना है कि हाँ चलिए, नाउ यू विल गिव द आंसर, नाउ यू कैन गिव द आंसर, you should try to give the answer. So in that way we can create the interest of the student, right? So AI help teachers check students. So there are so many checklist provided in the AI, and we can use for the feedback of the student. The student learn at their speed. Some are the slow learner, some are the good learner. So AI also grade the assignment. आपके check भी कर लेते हैं assignment. You can make a so many assignment in the decorative way. You can make a PPT in the decorative ways. Grok you can find, Napkin AI you can find. These are very much helpful for making a your PPT, or for making a this thing better, right? Now the last thing, I'm in the last slide, so I can say what is the conclusion of this, that the teaching has changed a lot. You all know that the teaching has changed a lot, and teachers no longer just give the lesson. They teach skills needed for the life, and so they must learning and stay current with new ways to teach. So this is the teaching. This is the teaching we can say. And if we are talking about the teacher, if you are the teacher looking to level up your skills, consider joining program like Bedford Teachers Training Program to grow in the field. And there are so many this program when we joined here, and this program if we are here, so we can find that this field or this organization regularly doing so much activities related with the faculty development program. In the coming month, they are in the coming month, or in this month, they are again doing some FDB programs with the other countries. So this is the opportunities for the teachers. They can upgrade with this with ourselves, right? So we can attach with this type of organization. So I find out that this organization is really great. We can help to the other teacher also to upgrade their knowledge, है ना? तो हम अगर लर्निंग भी कर रहे हैं तो हम बहुत अच्छा सीखेंगे. एंड इफ वी गेट द अपॉर्चुनिटी टू टीच ऑल्सो मीन्स टू टेक सम सेशन, तो उसके लिए भी हमें बहुत पढ़ना है. वी हैव टू लर्न सो मेनी थिंग्स टू गिव द नॉलेज टू द अदर. So this is the way. And in the last, I can say, if we have seen the positive changes in our child, and we owe it to be your dedication. So these all are the things you can find the changes in your child with the help of this OBE, or with the help of these technologies. You can change the lifestyle of the children, lifestyle of the student. So at the end, I want to say that what is the this learning things today we learned, that I just want to give you the gist of this, that the teacher evolving role kya tha, and what is the role of the teacher. Not the teacher is providing only the knowledge, she is the mentor, she is the facilitator, she is the researcher. And what is the difference between the traditional and the modern technology, why we are using the technology, what is the out-based learning, okay, what are the questions of the clarity. And the spedi ne jo cheeze batai, it is also very much important. Four essential principles we have defined here, so this one is also important to learn. Then the teaching learning in OBE, what is the importance in it, है ना, जो सब्जेक्ट्स आप पढ़ रहे हैं वो क्यों इम्पोर्टेंस है और कैसे पढ़ाया जाए. व्हाट आर सम अदर टिप्स, दिस वन इज इम्पोर्टेंट. ट्रेडिशनल और ओबी से क्या चेंजेस है, व्हाट इज द रोल ऑफ साइकिल, इवॉल्विंग रोल ऑफ 21st सेंचुरी, व्हाट आर द असेसमेंट प्रोसेस, कैसा होना चाहिए, क्लीन होना चाहिए, क्लियर होना चाहिए, राइट. लर्नर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज क्या हैं और इम्पोर्टेंस क्या है कि आप एग्जाम में वी कैन अबाउट द टीचिंग शुड नो अबाउट द बुक एंड द एग्जाम. टीचर डू मोर देन दैट. आपको बुक और इससे ही रिलेट नहीं रहना. यू कैन as a teacher you can solve all the problem of the student, develop the new skills of the student, focusing on the skills. लाइफ लर्निंग प्रोफेशन है आपका, तो प्रोफेशनल डेवलपमेंट फॉर द टीचर्स क्या क्या करना है. यू शुड अटेंड so many FDP programs, so many workshops, and so many books, and you can link with the so many organizations that you can face the challenges as a teacher, and always grab the opportunities, grab the challenges in your life, and what type of activities you can use in the classroom. That I showed that what is your expected, what is your objective for the particular thing, how can you assess your child, what type of exam and test you can take, कैसे questions देना है, objectives, others and other, how the student can check their self. Then the self check कैसे कर सकते हैं आप, teachers को खुद को भी check करना है. Then self check and the reflection. So these are type of the questions and question answers I asked with you. Some has given me the answer. So these all are the things for today. And conclusion and last, I just say that everything when we use, then you can easily find out the changes in your child and changes in the community. So this is for today, and tomorrow just we continue the other things. So thank you, sir. Can I stop my this screen?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
I sincerely express my heartfelt gratitude to our extreme resource person, Dr. Preeti, for sharing valuable insights and guiding us with expertise and experience. Thank you so much, ma'am. I extend my sincere thanks to our management, organizing committee, and all the faculty members whose effort made this program successful. Thank you so much, everyone. I have shared the feedback link in the chat box. So please fill the link. It is mandatory because this will provide you the certificate. So fill the link. I have already shared. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.